Before you begin, remember that anything with a downward arrow beside it means there are more options for that particular button. If you can't find the options, click on the small arrow beside the icon. There is one big collection of a majority of Word's functions at the top of the page. This is called the ribbon. Near the top of the ribbon are the tabs. The tabs are grouped logically by task. Most of the things you will use to modify text are in the Home tab. From the clipboard, you can copy, cut, and paste. From the Show Hide menu, you can show or hide all non-print characters, things like spaces, indents, etc. From the Font menu, you can change the size and font of text. You can also bold, italicize, underline, or cross out text. You can even highlight text or change its color. You can make bulleted or numbered lists. You can change how your paragraph is aligned, whether it's right aligned, center aligned, left aligned, or justified. You can also change your line spacing. The Insert tab is where you will be able to add things to your document. You most commonly use the Insert tab to insert a header. You may also use it to insert a cover page, page numbers, and a text box. When you select a page number, you will get the option to decide if you want to put the page number at the bottom or top of the page, as well as putting it on the right, center, or left corner of the page. To add a photo, click on the Picture button. The drop-down will provide the option to choose a saved photo or file from your device, or look up a photo on a web browser. Page breaks break a page so you don't have to push Enter to get to the next page. You can also insert a blank page or a cover page. When you click on the Table button, a drop-down menu full of squares will pop up. Select the appropriate number of columns and rows you want your table to have by dragging your arrow over the squares. The Draw tab includes various pens and markers, which you can use to draw on the document. The Design tab allows you to choose a theme for the document, customize the theme colors, change the page color, or add page borders. The theme of the document can be used for reports or other large documents which have multiple characteristics, things like tables or pictures or infographics. Themes are typically used by business owners to ensure the contents of their document aligns with the company's color scheme and logo. The Page Layout tab provides you with options to apply to your entire document. Under the Page Setup section, you can change and/or add margins, orientation, size, columns, breaks, line numbers, and hyphenation. You can even customize the settings. The Margins button allows you to choose how big you want the white space around your work to be. The standard is the normal setting, 1 inch or 2.5 centimeter margins. The Orientation button allows you to choose how you want the page to be oriented, portrait or landscape. This will determine how your document prints out. There are two different types of breaks. There are page breaks and section breaks. With page breaks, they break the page so you don't have to keep pushing Enter to get to the next page. There is also a shortcut button to insert a page break under the Insert tab. With section breaks, they break the section. This means if you put a section break between section 1 and 2, you can edit section 1 without having section 2 be pushed down as you type. You can also edit the header and footer in section 1 without it affecting section 1. The Columns button allows you to split the next page so it appears in columns. This makes your text look like a newspaper. From the References tab, you can insert a table of contents. To insert a table of contents, select your preferred option from the drop-down menu and the table of contents will be added to the beginning of your document. To create headings in your table of contents, you must use the heading options from the Styles function from the Home tab. Once you have all your headings in place and you have completed the document, you can select Update Table, which will insert all your current headings into the table of contents. You can also insert footnotes. Footnotes are used as a numbered identification to reference or comment on the text above it. The footnotes are located at the bottom of the page. They are identified by the superscript. You can also add citations. To automatically create a citation, you can use the Insert Citation function. Once you fill in all the text fields and click OK, the in-text citation will show on the document. The format will be different depending on the style of the citation. To view all the citations you added, select the Citations button and a panel will come up on the right-hand side of the page with a list of the citations. Here you can also change the style of the citation. You can also create a bibliography, works cited, or reference page based on the references created using the Bibliography drop-down menu. From the Mailings tab, you can use Mail Merge when you want to create a set of documents, such as a form letter, that is sent to many customers. Each document has the same kind of information, yet some of the content is unique. For example, in letters to your customers, you can personalize each letter to address each customer by name. The unique information in each letter comes from entries in a data source. The Review tab is helpful once you have completed your document. Use the Spelling and Grammar option when words or phrases in the text are underlined in red or blue. A red underline indicates a spelling error. A blue underline indicates a grammatical error. You can right-click over each word for different spelling and grammar suggestions. However, the Spelling and Grammar function allows you to fix all errors at once. After selecting the Spelling and Grammar button, a sidebar or new window will appear and go through each error. You can choose to ignore the current error, ignore all of the future errors with that specific word, or change the current error to whichever correction you choose out of the options in the box. The thesaurus gives alternative words for the specific word chosen. Selecting the thesaurus option will open a sidebar with a search bar, where you can search a word and alternatives will be offered. The word count feature will give you information about the overall text. You can also highlight a specific part of the text to get information about one portion of the overall text. The word count is also listed in the bottom tab bar of the screen. The new comment feature allows you to make comments throughout the document. The word or phrase with the comment will be highlighted. This function is useful if the document has many people working on it, or is sent for review by someone else. All of the comments will be shown on the sidebar of the page. Selecting a comment will indicate where the comment was made. Tracking changes will record all changes made within the text. To see all changes, select All Markup from the drop-down menu in Display for Review. The Accept and Reject buttons will allow you to accept or reject both changes and comments in the document if those functions are on. To accept or reject changes, select the change and choose either Accept or Reject as applicable. You can either accept or reject the change and move to the next change, or accept or reject all changes made on the document. Accepting a change will integrate it into the existing text. Rejecting a change will remove the change from the text. To accept or reject comments, right-click on the comment. You'll get the option to reply to the comment, delete the comment, or resolve the comment after making the suggested changes. The View tab will help you make your document easier to view. The Print Layout button shows you how your document will look once printed. The Web Layout button shows you how your document will appear as a web page. The One Page button shows your document one page at a time. The Multiple Pages button shows multiple pages in the window. The Page Width button zooms the page to fit the window. When you have more than one Word document open on your computer, you can arrange your documents to all be visible on the screen at once. Arranging documents can allow you to edit documents side by side or horizontally stacked on one another. The New Window button will open another window of the same document. The Arrange All button will allow you to see all of your open documents at once. The Split button will allow you to see different sections of the same document. The Switch Windows button will show your open documents and allow you to switch between them. And now for some general tips. Always remember to select the text that you want to change. If you want a whole sentence to be underlined, you have to select the whole sentence with your mouse and then click the Underline button. Try to remember the chart above that outlines the tabs and their functions. Each tab has a logical group of functions. Finally, anything with a downward arrow beside it has more options to choose from.